Hey!
You're on
Hey!
candid camera.
How are you? It's been a whole month. How you been? How's it going? Interesting, huh? That's how it's gone. I'm freaking deaf. Bless you.
Sorry, Jesus.
I was just watching a thing. They celebrated News Channel 8's employees. Anybody that was over 10 years.
Yes.
Ann Nyberg has been there 38 years.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
I can't. Yes and no,
Pretty
because
sure it
she's
said
been
38.
there.
I'm trying to think though.
Because she's been there my
40.
entire lifetime.
That can't be right. Maybe
Are
I
you
saw.
sure?
Maybe I saw it wrong. I don't know. But all I'm thinking is, I bet you Ann Nyberg has never had to do hair and makeup on a dog. I had to pick Klingons from this one's ass before we came on. I bet she's never gone through that for 10 years and then had to come on live.
But that's
well, she didn't have.
But
to,
it's because of you that he looks this good for camera.
he does. He'll be cut at the end of the month. Thank God. My God, you can't even see his eyeballs anymore.
Well, you're the one who trims them.
Yeah, they're like
you're the only
right-
one that can get close enough.
Oh,
and
yeah,
is
he's
careful
brutal.
enough with them.
He's brutal.
But they poof back overnight.
But I mean, he's just. There you go. He does have eyes. See, and they're there. You know, he's changed so much. His hair is a hot mess. Look at that. It's like punk rock. He's changed so much.
He has. He's
Yeah.
grown a great deal since we
Yeah.
first got him
Very,
2 months
very,
ago.
very smart, very spoiled. But you know.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
a fun little story time for everyone out there.
Another
My-
Klingon?
No, my mother and I were downstairs earlier today. We were doing a little bit more cleanup downstairs and getting rid of some things that have been there forever,
demolition.
ever.
Yes.
And the dog is going ballistic because we put him in the playpen just so he would stay safe. We knew where he was, and he couldn't wander because he's still little. He still causes trouble. And as we're coming up the stairs, there he is staring up down the basement. He got out of the playpen.
Yeah, he did. He climbed the walls. He learned that quick, didn't you?
But he didn't knock anything over.
I don't know how the hell he did that. I thought your grandmother let him out, and she's like, no, I did not let him out.
It's
Turn that. Can you
amazing.
turn that fan without getting too much out of the line of fire?
Let me see.
Here. There you go. It's more for him. He's got the Beyonce fan. See? There you go. That's perfect. So this month went by quick. I'm not totally gray yet, but I'm getting there. You know,
He looks fine.
I don't care. It's changing by the day, as is everything, because lots of things happen this month. Going to be a big month for April.
Sure is.
You know what I mean? We're looking forward to some things that we'll probably discuss on the live in April.
Okay, good.
Right?
We'll blink and we'll be ready for the next live event.
Yeah. Yeah. Life is just flying by. Today was super windy, which was not.
Yeah, I walked outside to get rid of a couple of things of lumber,
Yeah.
and I turn around and suddenly I feel like I'm in a music video. Here comes the wind turbine at 500 miles an hour.
Looking like Fabio. At least you have
like-
nice hair. Mine is
Thanks.
like I walk in, it's like, holy shit, I look like one of them troll dolls. Everything just, there ain't
it's
much there.
so
What are you going to
brutal.
do? Oh, I never had a lot of hair. You know what I mean? Too much is given. Too much is expected.
Well-
They didn't expect much from me, so they didn't give me a lot of hair. They expect a lot from you.
Well, you give a lot to the other people. Every single day you're giving back to
Well,
people.
I try to. I try to do the best I can while I'm on Earth. It's just a quick spin. You gotta help other people. If you don't help other people and you're full of hate, you'll screw yourself. I can't deal with hate anymore. I have zero tolerance for hate. Zero.
It's just very tiring.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's been exhausting.
It's just
You know what I
it's
mean?
just very draining. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, it's icky. Everybody, it's icky. It's tension time, but that's okay because God has the last call, and that's the way it's going to be. That's all I have to say about that. But I hope your mental health is doing well.
Yes.
Don't
Above all else, I hope that your
don't
mental health
watch
is
the
doing well.
TV too much. I'm not too invested in the TV.
I always advocate, and I think I said this last time we did a live together. When I was young, I was not a big fan of the outdoors. I don't like bugs. I still don't like bugs.
I like bugs.
But I've grown over time because back when I was younger, I hated the outdoors for that reason. I wanted to be solely inside.
Right.
And that's why I'm a total tech nerd and do the things I do nowadays. But now as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate the outdoors a lot more.
Yeah.
And just take in the sunshine and...
You need it. Your body needs it. It
The
needs a
animals
reset.
and the trees and the flowers. It sounds very cliche, I know. But it's a good, like, mental reset. Just to finally ground yourself.
That's why I walk every
And
day.
I always say whenever I am walking, I take a look around me and I always say to myself, there's so much of this world that's around me. Like, it's not just myself and my family. There's this whole entire planet
Yeah, and
that
if
exists
and
around me.
if you didn't get out, if you just hold up inside, you wouldn't get to appreciate.
Exactly.
Like the other day we saw like our first cardinals.
That was so
That
pretty.
was cool. There was 2 of them,
It was so
right?
pretty.
Both together,
It-
flying together, which
Yes.
was really cool.
Was
We
it-
took the dog. The dog has a freaking carriage. I think we might have told you this. He looks like
like
freaking Queen Elizabeth.
He's little
People go by
Cinderella.
and they're like, "Is that a dog?" As he barks at them.
Yeah.
Such a friendly soul. He is friendly, but he don't want anybody to come near me or Spence. He's very protective.
Hopefully, as he gets older, he'll learn to
Yeah,
chill
I'm like,
a
you're
little
supposed
bit.
to be my comfort dog
Yeah,
that
I
goes
know.
to the hospital.
Yeah, I know.
But, first things first, you gotta learn to lick your own ass. I'm tired of picking Klingons. That's a hot mess. Come on, Spence.
It's-
Teach a kid, will you?
I'm trying the best that I can. It's a catastrophe. As a matter of fact, I took him with me because while my mother was sleeping this morning, he was up at like 6:30 in the morning. What, you're gonna get feisty now? Reese's Pieces, everybody.
Look at these
this-
claws.
This morning, when you were still sound asleep, I didn't even tell you this.
Well, I was up at 2.
I took him to the bathroom. He did his business, and then I took him with me just so I didn't eye on him because I had to go.
Yeah.
And then as we're in the bathroom together, he says, "Oh, that's nice tile. It needs a little more brown." So it's like,
He grabbed in there?
yeah,
Oh my god. He's
not for puppies, mister.
typical male dog. Just whatever. He's funny though. He's a good little boy. He's a good guy.
He
I like
is.
him. And he got another shot and he gets to go back. But I just can't wait for the grooming process.
I know.
To
So
see how
for his sake especially. That way he can see the world.
For Pete's sake, look at them eyebrows. Like Gorbachev. I don't know if anybody remembers him. You won't, but
I've heard that name, but I don't know
Yeah.
exactly who that is.
A lot of older guys, they get really old, they get really bushy eyebrows. It's like the guys in the booth at the Muppet Show.
Oh, like Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah, but the big...
Yeah.
Exactly. And you've been creating. You made a lot.
Every day.
You got a new shirt. Is it online yet?
Yes, it
for,
is.
For kids?
Yes, it is.
That's so cute. That's such a cute shirt. Pull it up. Do you have your phone on yet?
Yes, I have my phone
Put your
on me.
phone on. You got to go to the his Etsy store. What's the thing? I can't remember.
It's etsy.com/TANKS/TRIFFIC THREADS. TanksTerrificThreads.com.
It sounds like a lot, but you're going to see the tank, which is behind us on the website. So or on his page, so you know that you're on the right spot. You did go into Barnes and Noble
Yes,
this
I did.
week
That was
to
very
present.
exciting.
It was to present.
Yeah. I showed it
bookmark.
on my.
That's
I was on
aluminum.
TikTok Live.
Very cool.
Yeah, there we go. Just so you can see the back. Way more if you're a big fan of books and you love reading.
Well, it's good for kids. It's the right size for a kid to have a bookmark. I mean, adults could do it too. We
like
can't go by your hand.
Every time I do this, I feel like a makeup guru. Just
Yeah.
so it focuses in on the bookmark a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean that's adorable. And that's on the Etsy page too. But I thought this was really cute. Hopefully you hear back. Hear back from
I
them.
hope so.
You know what I mean?
I've
But,
been in communicating with quite a lot of people, just getting
you know,
things in
and that's a
motion.
big book. That's an adult book. So I mean, if you had a
Not
little
the
kid's
not the
book,
best reference, but just so people have an understanding
Yeah.
of how it hooks on and how it goes in. Ta-da! There you go.
shut the book.
And that
so they
way,
can see.
I was doing some reading over on my TikTok channel. Spencer Long on TikTok the other day, so that's
Yeah.
why I have this book on standby.
Yeah, well, I think you should do children's books because you have the great. He should be what's his name from Blue's Clues or Blippy Bloopy
Steve.
or whatever the hell that guy's name is. I'm so out
So-
of touch with the.
If you like reading, or you have kids that like reading,
Oh,
or want to
great for
encourage kids
kids.
to read, then this is right up your alley.
Yeah, and you created that.
I did. I
Everything's
created that from
yeah.
scratch. With the help of a manufacturer. I created the design, they created the product itself.
Right.
Just so people are like, you made that entire...
You've learned a lot about business, haven't you?
Yes,
Show
I
them just
have.
the length of the page or what the page is going to look like when they get it.
Oh, when they go on Etsy?
You know, when they go into Etsy.
I'm gonna have to, let me see. I'm gonna have to go off of the back, reverse here. So this is the page. You see Tank's terrific threads.
And Tank up top.
And Tank. I can't miss that face. Then you have kids' hoodies, coffee mugs, bookmarks, the dad caps.
Yeah,
Newest
things.
additions are kids' t-shirts and dress socks as well.
What does the kids' T-shirt say? Which I think is absolutely adorable.
It says, Tank loves me.
Tank loves me.
There
Come
you go.
on, for a kid that just really loves dinosaurs, Tank's going to be a name out there. I'm going to keep throwing it out to the universe. Tank is going to be the one. Now you're going to be wearing those for a special project coming
Yeah,
up.
these are dress socks that I designed. Hopefully, I'm holding them in the right position. I should be. These are if you want a little extra color and class to your wardrobe, then this might be right up your alley. I have a couple of fun pairs of socks like this whenever I go to formal events, and it was pretty neat to design them. However, if I may be frank, these were the toughest things that I designed
To match
thus
up.
far, because the only thing was. I had a very specific design, as you can see, and you probably
You had to
saw
create that
and you'll see
whole
when you
thing.
visit the page.
Yeah.
Yes. I had a very specific design, made all the elements and the little details go together just so in Illustrator where I made everything. And then it was all a matter of fact of where the stitching was on one side of the sock, and if it wasn't just so, it looked totally weird. So I had to match the front and the back so specifically in order to
you had
get
to
it to
line
line
them
up.
up.
Yeah.
We
But
got-
it worked. It worked.
Hopefully next month you'll have it. It should have
Yes.
been here today.
It did say I was hopefully going to show it off to everyone here on Facebook
Because you just
it
did that product.
Yes, I just recently finished this product and the kids T-shirt.
And
Kids
the kids'
T-shirt just went live today.
Yeah, that's awesome. Get your
Keeping-
kids' T-shirt.
Keeping it
Spring
moving.
is sprung. The grass is riz.
Hi Donna, how you doing, Donna?
Donna's out in Colorado.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Hope it's not too hot out there. Now that spring's officially here, yay for spring!
No, in Colorado, they're probably still getting snow. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the your grandmother does that.
She's Gil
Yeah.
Simmons 2.0.
Yes, yeah, I can't do it. For sure, I can't do it. But yeah, just another month upon us. Here we are. Spencer's going over all the stuff that he has created. Just this month, you did and projects that are out of the studio that both you and I are involved in.
Yes,
that will be for next month.
and
we'll be able to
collaboration possibilities that have been reaching out to,
Yeah,
i.e.
collaboration.
Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that was and the guy was pretty nice there. So
Yeah.
shout out to, I believe his name was Kevin.
Yeah.
I believe Kevin over at the North Haven Barnes and Noble. He's a very friendly guy and very thankful
And
for
I
his
got
help.
my shirt, which I'm
Yes,
going
you
to
did.
debut next.
Didn't you bring that up?
No, because I'm going to debut it next month.
You're still, it's a surprise still.
Yeah, it's still a hidden secret.
Okay.
Until next month. But, it's a big project that I've been working on. Pain in the ass, I'll tell you. Trying to get a hold of people, as I always said, it's just ridiculous.
That's a good segue, actually, into something that I wanted to talk about.
What's that?
Is especially back in the day when all there was you had to talk to a person, whether it be in person or you had to call someone on the phone. Nowadays, I really don't like when there's places where you're trying to get a hold of a company and it says, I need to contact them. What is their number? We can only be reached via our chat on the page or via email. It's
you did that today.
It's like, I would prefer to talk to someone on the phone.
You can't.
And I'm like, is that going to become the new thing now?
Yes, it is.
You can't talk to a person. You got to talk to a machine. It's like,
I think that's what they do politically. None of them communicate. They don't do things via chat.
Via chat. Did this help solve your problem today? No, it didn't.
No, it did not. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I don't know. But no, nothing is easy in this. With the evolvement of technology, we've lost a lot. We were just talking about that the other day. We've lost a lot. We've gained some, but we lost a lot as far as human connection.
Yes.
It's great to be able to go out to the world. The only person to be able to do that you'd have to be on a TV station. Now everybody's their own news reporter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a great thing. However, people have forgot how to communicate, face to face, which I like to do. I like to talk to people and whatever. Or sometimes, they tell me that I'm the number one and I tell them that they're the number one. You know what I mean? And, that it's good to have hand signals. It's good that I'm, Italian and I can give a few extra ones. Because at this age, I don't take shit for nothing, really.
They're all at your disposal.
Exactly. And, the world has changed. The world has changed, some for the good, most for the bad. I'd like to go back to at least 1980. As a matter of fact, I returned bottles today. I came to $19.80.
Yes.
I said, what a hell of a year.
Good year.
And the guy at the counter was an older dude. He's like, wasn't it? Wouldn't you just like to? I said, just with technology and how people did deals and stuff like that, it's too much. It's too much. Too much.
It is. It's too
I can't
much.
even get, it's like so much is going on just within sports.
Yes.
And the involvement of
March Madness is upon us.
It is. God, the Yukon Huskies won the Northeast, and so that was great. And now they go to the
Congratulations, Yukon Huskies.
NCAA. The guys play tonight, but it's late.
Are they over on the West Coast?
But I don't know where their thing is, because I really haven't been watching it too much, because I liked Dan Hurley, but he's I don't know. I just think he's going a little bit over the top. You know what I mean? That's just me. I like the guys and the girls, but I don't follow them as closely as I do the girls. And the big news, of course, Diana Taurasi, as I called it, has retired. Yeah, I called that. I knew that was going to happen just because she has nothing left to prove. And it sealed the deal before she even said she was retiring, when everybody started getting traded. Like Brittany Griner got a 1-year deal. All the players. Cloud was going to go to Connecticut, and then she's like, I don't want that.
Yeah, Liberty.
Liberty snagged her. They gave them a first-round draft pick choice so that Cloud is much better in New York than it would be in Connecticut. She would be in Connecticut. So she went. When all these players started getting traded, I was like, oh, she's leaving.
Yeah.
And then like a day later, she did. She retired.
There it is.
But good on her. I mean, that's a long time, to be in the league. She did everything, and congrats to her. I'll still be watching that. Now there's Unrivaled. There's, you watch the UConn girls. You watch, the WNBA is going to be starting in May, which is like another blink of the eye. And here we go again. And I'll be getting back into doing hopefully Hoop Scoops. I've been kind of with demolition and everything else of certain
Been a little
areas.
preoccupied
It's
elsewhere.
been crazy. Yeah, you would think I would gain a muscle or something, but I haven't. But there's always a project to do, is what I mean. But I'll be
It's
getting
what it
back.
seems.
I'll be getting back in. You've been much more creative over the month, and I've just
Been doing
been
my best.
taking my anger and frustration out on demolition. I'm great at demolition. I've always said that.
You were
I
ready
am
to.
perfect.
You were ready to take down the deck.
Yeah,
yesterday.
my father taught me very well. Thank God, because now I've passed it along to you, right?
Yes.
Because you never knew anything about the hand drills or anything like that.
I was
and,
useless.
and
I was
I
absolutely
wouldn't say you were
useless.
useless. It just wasn't your.
Useless.
What'd I say?
You
Useless?
said looseless.
Oh, useless. Yeah.
Are you tired, listless?
Sorry.
Do you
Do you
put
poop other parties? That's what I mean. I'm tired. And that's the other thing, getting rid of the patio concrete stuff. I've been working in other aspects. You want to come back to me? Come on.
What's going on there,
Come on,
mister?
Klingon man. Come on. He's getting cut at the end of the month, if you didn't hear me. Thank the good Lord. Freaking dog is a hairy mess. Like Cousin It. Look at that face. Look at this face.
His eyes are hidden.
But
Somewhere beneath
guess
those
what?
eyebrows.
In true nature of the male species, well, although Coco did do the same thing, he's
I
humping.
caught him in the act
He's
last
humping
night.
shit.
Caught him in the
Yeah,
act.
well, he's got an octopus.
And you've made a TikTok video
I
that
did
is
make it,
gaining
'cause-
some traction.
Yeah, because it's hilarious. Go this way, okay? But yeah, we're in the I'm 5 months old. Let me start humping things stage.
Yeah, growing up real fast.
Yeah, he loves to go for car rides. Are you going to incorporate him, maybe when he gets a haircut,
Yes.
in with Tank
Yes.
coming along?
Yeah.
I know you've, you did the T-shirt and you did the dress socks, pretty much in short order. Like I said, and you have a big thing coming up, a huge thing coming up.
Yes.
Very
excited.
It was more for you, and I got sucked in for some reason,
You're
which is
welcome.
very.
You're welcome.
It's not my comfort spot, but I'm gonna take my own,
Well,
and I'll reveal it.
Today's a year of taking risks and trying new things.
Oh, I don't mind taking risks, but for me, yeah.
Just take a risk, give it a shot.
I would go, I would do other things. But I mean, I'll try it. Absolutely. But I'm more excited for you to be
Thanks.
able to, because
And-
it's going to help your business.
Well, yes, for the business and more so to make myself a little bit more recognized as someone who takes my profession and my career seriously.
Right.
Because, it's one thing because the pictures that I have now are nice and you and I did a good job simultaneously
It's
framing shots.
nothing like what you're going to
But
experience next month.
I think it's more so I felt that there was a need for me to showcase myself more seriously in the business world.
Yeah, a little more mature.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and
This wasn't like a little fling thing. This is like I'm in this game.
I'm handing
going
out
in.
cards left and right. You need to find more cards from me. I'm talking to people. I talk to people all the time. Like I said, that's what I like to do. But I'm always plugging your business. But we'd appreciate if you just go to his Etsy site and check out the products. Of a little one that likes dinosaurs. Perfect spot. There's plenty of things for them to find on there, or the adult that likes them.
I know I am. I'm
Yeah.
one of those people I love, if it wasn't apparently obvious already, I love dinosaurs myself.
Yeah, you're very knowledgeable about them.
Well, I wouldn't say
As
I'm
well.
anywhere near
You're
as...
not an archaeologist, but
Yeah.
you know pretty much about them.
Yes.
You're not at where I am. I'm just a fossil myself, so I don't need to know anything about it. I was
Brutal
born in
she is.
I was born in the Stone Ages. You know what I mean? So the dinosaurs is nothing. Can you imagine let's just think if a dinosaur came back?
I'd consider it to be a lucky thing.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I
Oh
think
my
so.
God. It'd be like, okay, time to take this ship back over. You know? I think that's
What
why.
did y'all do while we were taking a little vacation?
Yeah,
Oh no.
I'm coming back.
Time to
You guys
fix it.
freaking trash this planet. It's time for us to have a meal. Move out of the way. It'd be fun to see that. I can't see who that is, Spence. Who's it say?
Diane. Hi, Diane.
Hey, Diane!
Can you know,
No, because I can't see the.
Diane Lynn Monroe.
Hey! Now I do!
Now she knows
now
who it
I
is.
know! I can't read it that small. There's not, and if you blow it up, then
I
I
have
won't
to get her
see you.
binoculars at this point.
That's what happens as you get older. You know what I mean? And yet they're saying take your glasses off because it will actually improve. Glasses ruin your vision more than your vision just that.
Who said that?
I heard it on TikTok where all the well-known MDs.
The most well-educated
it was
people.
no, it was an optometrist on TikTok. I mean, I'm not saying, but they say that the more that you wear glasses, the worse your eyes get over time because they get adjusted to the lens rather than because, as you know, I don't wear these when I drive anymore.
No.
I took them off.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
And so I've only gone over a few stop signs. That's not bad. No,
You've hit plenty of speed bumps when we were going around town.
Well, back in the here we go. I always say back in the day.
Every 5 feet.
Back
A
in the
speed
day.
bump.
It's not a speed bump anymore. It's a speed hump.
It's good to see you too, Diane.
I don't know. Is it good to see me? I have no idea. I'm getting old. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Now that I read. That I can read. I can't read her name. Well, you got to let me know. Let me know when you're back this direction. Do you really want to come back this direction?
Back to
Really?
little old Connecticut.
Nothing has changed. I said I live in the world of the Groundhog Day. Every day seems the same except for projects.
And that's
I'm
always
gonna do.
changing.
So what are you going to do with this project, this big secret that we're going to reveal next month?
Yes.
What are you going to do with the results? What are you looking for? You looking
To market myself. I'm looking primarily to market myself a lot better and
Yeah.
for people to share them around and for people to keep them on file, just to know get a good sense of what I look like and the demeanor that I give off, professional but also fun and playful at the same time, and make myself a little bit more well known amongst the masses of graphic designers, animators, voice actors, all the above.
taking Tank to new levels? I'm going to have Tank. I already made the float, and it's going to be in the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Oh, speaking of parades.
I do want that.
Speaking of parade, that'd be pretty fun, that too.
Yeah, see, I have it all in my mind.
But
It's just
speaking
got to
of
happen.
speaking of
I
parades,
lived that
I don't
long.
think we may have, but I don't think so. This coming May, for anyone in the town of North Haven, I'll be in the Memorial Day parade with
Hooray! With Reese and his new haircut.
Yeah,
Hooray!
I'll be able to see everybody by then.
Yes.
So if you
Poor
happen to be
bastard.
there and you'll be watching the parade, then you'll see us go by.
He's such a good
Very,
boy.
very excited.
Yeah, it should. Well, like I
Very
said,
excited.
it's good to, you have to give back to veterans like Pa and, Howard and, I don't know, it's so many veterans. Donna's, her husband and her kids, I think both of them, or at least one were everybody who served this country, if not for them, we would not be free and have the freedom to do the things that you do, even to speak.
Being a
So,
putz.
I always say, hats off, and I follow quite a few veterans on TikTok. That thing will be going down anyway. A lot of these social medias you're going to see start going dark.
Is that totally a bad thing, though?
No, not for me. No, for your business, you'd find.
Yeah, I'd have to find other ways.
Well, that's what I
to-
did when I had my business. This was not a thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You had to find other ways of. Maybe we'll go back to newspapers. You ever see a newspaper? It's like
Yeah,
3 sheets.
Every single. Well,
Nothing
yes,
to it.
there's nothing left because no one puts anything in there.
No, because they get their news immediately. I want to smack David Muir for every night he comes on to say breaking news. Every night is breaking news. It pisses the hell out of me.
Did you hear?
It's like, shut
Did
the
you hear
hell
5
up.
minutes ago?
Oh my God.
If you didn't hear 5 minutes ago, you're out of the loop.
And the only reason why it's on is my mother's watching it. I go, oh geez, I grab my headphones. I'm like, I don't want to hear any of that breaking news shit. Forget it. You know, it's always something. Now they're saying that, did you hear this? The big thing is,
Oh, I can't wait to hear this one.
you know me in like Egypt, and the pyramids and
Right.
stuff like that, that I
Right.
wanted to go there.
Right.
But at that time,
Yeah.
it's even worse now.
Well, of course.
That I wanted to go to Egypt, see the pyramids and blah, blah, blah.
Of course, it's an incredible
And
landmark.
yeah. They're,
History.
They're saying that they were made by aliens.
Oh, what?
They're saying it.
Are you just finding out this? This has been around for years.
No, but I know, but they're showing the actual, like, they're trying to with all this newfound shit. They're trying to
What, AI?
I'm not sure if it's AI. It looked more like picture related, like it wasn't a moving thing. They show the how it would have been done.
Right.
But there's also and I'm not into conspiracy theory shit, okay? I'm the one that was like, don't freaking open the JFK files. For what? For what? His daughter's still alive. His grandson's still around. I think it's very hurtful, me personally. I do. I would not want that. But, I mean, that's me. They're saying that spaceships are around to help us so that, listen to this shit. But they're saying that it's off the coast of Florida.
Right.
If anybody lives in Florida. And their base, I'm saying this not because I believe it or don't believe it. Like, there's got to be somebody else other than us. Who else could frig things up so bad other than this freaking planet? There's they have a mothership in the ocean.
Oh,
And they're seeing
good
like
Lord.
UFOs go in, like dive bomb into the ocean.
Good
What's
Lord.
he trying to bite you? Not bite you, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
If you get the fan, blow him
love-
like fiance.
Did you just say
Fiance.
fiance?
I'm so tired, Spence. I've been lifting stuff all day long.
Fiance.
Fiance. How's that? That's much better. Oh, see, I can see now. But I gotta get really close, and then things get really ugly. Will do. That's nice. How many times you come up here? Do you come up here often? I don't even know where you're at. You're probably Midwest somewhere. Everybody seems to escape to the West or Midwest, which I don't blame you, not at all, not one bit. You know. But yes. So now they're saying, what's your thoughts on that? Who likes that kind of stuff?
Well, I'm not a huge sci-fi nerd, but I find that a little. It's like, what are they gonna think of next?
But the people had these big
plus,
balls.
why would they want to be here? Is my other question. It's like,
Well, here's the thing.
why would they not feel like, yo, we gotta get the heck out of here?
Here's my thing. Okay.
Humans are too much.
Humans are ridiculous. Okay. Now here's my thing. Whether you believe it, all right. Now they had the space people come back. God
Right.
bless them. Okay.
I know. Finally, after 9 months, they're finally back on Earth.
They wanted to be up there. They're doing all kinds of things. They couldn't get them back for whatever reason. They weren't stranded. They were doing experiments.
Yes.
Everybody said that.
That
Whatever.
woman
Right?
Suni, I
Now
think her
they're-
name was. She
yeah,
did like
and now
X
guess
amount
what
of
they're doing?
spacewalks.
The same people that are saying how they were stranded up there
Uh-huh.
are crucifying her for looking
what?
different. That this is because she was up there too long, her chin got bigger, her hair is he's barking at the fan. He's a fan freak. And that you know, they
Seriously?
yeah, I'm like, I'll
That's
leave the
how-
lady home alone. She just got home.
But they're not saying that about the guy.
Of course not. Why would they?
Okay,
But
right.
now here's the next thing I have, okay? Why, if we cannot take care of our own planet, we've done a shitty job. God's going, what the hell? We have. With
well,
everything.
I'm not saying we did.
Right? Why in the world do you need to colonize Mars? Explain that to me. Why? Number one, I don't think it's allowed. I mean, not allowed. Like, you could. What are you going to live in a space shuttle?
Yeah,
And then you're going to come
Let's
back
live
to
in a-
Earth with a big chin, and people are going to make fun of you.
And then you're not gonna like it because people are making fun of you, and
There's no hairdressers up there.
No.
You're going to colonize another planet when you F this one up.
yeah, because they want to ruin another one. Are they gonna planet hop?
Yeah, what are you going to go?
next?
Yeah, what's next? Uranus? I mean, it's like, I don't get it.
I'm a little at a loss for words. Just because they can say, "Oh, look, we did it."
I don't
So-
see the
but
point of it.
I don't either. There should be
You
no
know,
purpose.
I don't mind the space station. So yeah, it's kind of cool of the fact that, you know, first of all, I think there's too much junk, space junk that we don't know about up there as it is. You know, why are you staring at my head? What's on it? Oh, you had that look. Maybe you're looking at it gray. Anyway, I'm just thinking,
Looking
why
at
don't you deal with like stuff that's going on this planet and not worry about Mars right now? Okay? If you want to go yourself and land on Mars, that's great. You know, these freaking, what now? We know how well the Titanic, leave that thing alone too.
But what if I want to go down and I want to explore and I want to see what everything is like and I want to go
If it's a researcher,
submersible.
yeah, if it's a researcher,
With a
which I
PlayStation
think they pretty much researched everything they had to research on this thing,
Extensively.
right? They don't need to go down there. It's like
Just
digging up
leave
a
it
grave.
Yeah, just
Leave
leave it
it
alone.
So now you're going to send people down to go look at it, and that didn't end well, right?
No.
Even though you're going to spend a bazillion amounts of dollars, that didn't end well
ridiculous.
to go see the right. You have pictures to look at. That's like somebody died there. I don't see it.
No,
Okay, and I'm
it's-
pretty more. I'm
it's not
pretty
it's not-
daredevil-y,
it's not
but
a-
I'm not doing that.
That's not it's not something like entertaining, like an exhibit to be like, ooh, how enchanting, and
Right?
it's like
No.
going into a fairy tale castle. I was like, no, that's people who died there
But here's the thing:
horrifically.
if you have that much money, and I've said this, when I have money, I don't care if it's when I go to the hereafter. Okay, I'm helping people. I am. I'm gonna freaking help people. Why is that your first thing?
People don't have
Like,
no
let
idea
me
what to do
let me
with
go
their.
down in a submersible and spend millions of dollars, or that the space, whatever it is.
SpaceX.
No, not that. This the Bezos one. Is he SpaceX?
No, that's
Okay,
Musk.
so you
I don't know
go
what his is.
you go up, right?
Uh-huh.
Gail King wants to do it. Katy Perry wants to do it. Freaking help people! Like, in other words, they have airplanes, regular airplanes. You can go in an air cargo thing,
Uh-huh.
right?
Right.
And they take you up high enough and get you so that you're going down in the airplane, so that you have weightlessness for like, let's say less than a minute. You
That's
could
it?
float until, yeah, it's not a lot. But
That's
think
it?
about it. The other thing ain't that long either.
Oh my God.
Bezos' thing is you go up, and then you come. You know, what's the point of that?
I think it just reaches a point where
You
people
did
get
not-
so much money where they
You're
don't know
gonna
what to
say-
do with the money. They're like, oh, I have all this extra funds left. What can I blow it on?
But here's the thing. You went to the very fringe of space on that rocket ship. You didn't go to space. That's like me saying I walked into a beauty pageant and I was in the beauty pageant. No, you walked into the beauty pageant. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You didn't go to the space station you know, you went up, you learned what gravity, you know, the effects of not having gravity was. You
Right.
floated for a couple of minutes and you came back down. You're going to A, risk your life, B, pollute the planet, which is the thing that pisses me off the most, just for a joyride, and C, waste all that money when you can be giving it to people that really need it.
And there's a lot of people in this world that need it.
Right?
A lot of people in this world that need
It's
it.
craziness. It's craziness. I
But
think the wrong people.
That's my belief. It's people I think.
And I don't hate
just
on people
way
who have their
way
own money.
they have way too much money and they just don't know what to do with the rest of it. They're
Well-
like, well, I've gotten all the essentials and I
would
have all this
not-
left over. What can I blow it on with this kind
It's
of money?
crazy. It's stupid.
Instead of thinking practically, they think
Give it to people.
Lavishly.
Give it not like just give it to people.
materialistically.
Give it to help other people. I mean, now you got help veterans. Hey, Katy Perry, how about you don't go on the space flight and you give that money that was going to be used for that and name it something for veterans that are losing their benefits and stuff like that? How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, like Grammy's facing
Right?
that kind of possibility.
That's what I'm saying. How could you do that? Especially with everything that's going on right now. I mean, you make your money, spend it as you want. But I mean, I think these people are just, in the end, how could you be happy? What are you going to say? I went on a freaking 5-minute twirl about? You know, because you could look out at the planet from above. You could do that on Google Earth. With all the freaking stupid satellites we have up there. It's ridiculous. I think there's a lot of billionaires waste their money. I'm not even going to say billionaires, millionaires even. Like, I think the best giver is like, that I've ever heard is like Dolly Parton. She gives a lot of her money to, you know, to research and to, you know, kids' charities, and you know, her husband just died. They have a parade every day,
That
and
was
she was,
unfortunate.
you know, she was in the, you know, her parade the very next day. She was at the Grand Ole Opry. She gives back, and she came from nothing. You know what I mean?
It's be humble, remember your roots, and just be kind to other people. It's just really not that hard to do. So spread a message for someone who has a charity. If you can't donate, donate
Start
if you
your
can.
own charity
Yes.
if you had all that money.
I wanted to take a moment. That's actually a great reminder. I had the chance to I spoke with Maureen recently.
Yeah.
For those who are in the area, if you know Maureen Embler, she used to be at a St. Barnabas. I think now it's St. Elizabeth. I have no idea. Is it St. Elizabeth nowadays?
Elizabeth of the
Trinity?
something, yeah.
And she's for many years she had her own foundation that she started at the church called God Squad, and I was a part of it for a couple of years, and about 10 years ago now, if you can believe that. And she's gotten to the point where I was talking to her and she was telling me all that happened, and she's like, I'm getting older, so I'm not hosting it anymore, and I'm not doing it and having a table. And they had this she told me that they got rid of the nuns who had, like, they wanted to stop funding them and stop giving them proceeds, and so they have food and shelter and all those things.
Missionaries,
Yeah,
basically, that go all over the world, I'm sure.
And
nuns that are
yes, of
missionaries.
course. And Maureen was in disbelief, and I was in disbelief when I heard that myself, where she decided that she would go back last year, she was telling me, and she bought a table to reserve down in the basement where they have all the fairs and everything.
Yeah.
And
You used to do that
and she
with
said,
her,
and
yeah.
she yes, with God Squad.
Yeah.
And she had the receipt with her, and one of the I think she said secretaries, or one of the ladies like that, is like, oh, what are you doing that for? She said, I'm having a table to raise money for the sisters, and the secretary and even the priest were mad at Maureen that she was doing that. But she's like, I have my receipt. I bought my table. I have my right
Good for
to
her,
stay
though.
to stay
You
here.
gotta give back.
And she was able to, and with the help of the community, she was able to raise over $800 for them.
That's fantastic. That's absolutely
The power
fantastic.
of people. The power of
That's
people
right.
and kindness.
Many people It takes a village. It does.
You
know?
can
You
make a
gotta-
change.
Yeah.
You can make a change.
That's right. Absolutely. So what else is news? How else
Excited
would you?
for spring.
Yeah.
Finally excited for spring to get here. But it's been a crummy 2 days that spring has rolled around in town. Rain, violent windstorms.
I kind of like it.
It's just like kind of
That's
a nice
my kind of weather.
sunny day.
That's why I like the Munsters when I was younger.
Yeah. Do.
I did. I love that show. That was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. We have better shows as a kid.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
For all those who are watching, would you have
All
a
one
couple
person?
items of items that you would recommend from the merchandise store that you would, including the new items that you think
Yeah, well,
are
there are
some
new-
of your favorites?
Yeah, I love the new kids. We went back and forth, right? Did we not? You obviously did the design,
Yes.
and I said the kid. It's time to really name Tank and keep Tank going.
Yes.
Because Tank is Tank, and Tank's going to be big. I'm telling you, I see him in the parade in New York City. I do. I might not be here to see it, but I see it. Anybody out there who's a puppeteer or knows the woman
Yes.
that does the husky dog from the games, she has like the little stick and the paw moves. We need to either talk to her or talk to somebody who's a puppeteer. There used to be a guy 100 years ago. I'm sure he's, if he was a little bit older when I was, he's probably gone by now. But,
Yes.
that would be great for you to do.
That'd be fun.
But
Add
your shirt,
ventriloquism to my.
yeah, your new shirt that says "Tank Loves Me" is adorable for kids because they're really small. Some of them come in really
Yes.
small sizes, which I like. The socks.
And a couple. Oh, we forgot to mention that a couple of lucky kiddos. Will
Yeah,
be
a
getting
couple
those.
lucky kiddos will be getting those. The
socks.
the socks, which are the dress, but they're dress socks, but they come in smaller sizes for kids, correct? What's the smallest?
I think it's for all ages.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So kids can get the socks.
Yes, they might be a little big on kids, but still available all the same.
you have to. Well, it depends. I haven't even looked, but that's like brand new. That's why I haven't even looked at it. But the bookmark is adorable. For kids, you read your kids a story at bedtime, and it's a book of stories, because even Spencer has books. He's been doing the going on like TikTok and stuff like that. I said he's got the great voice of reading a story for kids for parents to just be able to, some parents really like to read to their kids. Some parents want to just hit the button, and he'd be the great person to be reading that story to.
Audiobook narrator.
Yeah. And you'll have your own book coming up, as well as you're working on so many things. So many things
Bouncing
going
every
on.
single day.
So
bouncing
my
and doing
other
things.
my other thing, because I see it every day, is of course the coffee cup. You want to hold it up? I'm trying to
Yes.
hold him, and he's no longer a lightweight.
No, Mr.
and,
16 pounds.
Yeah, your grandmother likes this cup as well.
She has one herself.
And that's the smaller of the two. What's that, 12 and you have 15?
This is an 11 ounce,
11
but I
ounce.
have 15
You have
ounce
15.
available as well.
And
Anime fossil fuel.
yeah, so I mean, if you have someone that, again, look, it could be anybody, hot chocolate, coffee.
Tea.
We finally got a bunch of people to actually just go to the Etsy page, go to his website,
Yeah,
check it out.
I saw the other day a huge influx of people
Which is
that
great.
checked out the store, and thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of lives and stuff like that to really get your name out. People get used to seeing, your face. They don't want so much to see mine, but they'll see Reese's, right, Reese? Yeah, you're going to be a star. You are a star. Look at you. You should see we play bounce and catch every night with him. And he literally catches it with his paw. He's like an otter.
He's like an otter.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's a lot of fun. He really is. He's a good boy. We love them.
Yeah,
But
baby. Mr.
so a lot of things
Humanized.
coming up, and
Also available, because on here, lanyards, item number, every time I do it. Lanyards are one of the items of interest that I have. These are the only things that are not available on the digital store on Etsy, just because these are an exclusive item, quote unquote. So
And let us know
if you
if-
want one of these, just contact me or
Yeah.
my mom directly.
let me
They're
know if
they're
you're in
$12
town.
each.
I'll drop it off myself. That's a bonus.
And the dad caps, because spring, as I said and we've mentioned before, spring is here.
Outside.
Time to go back outside, everybody. Get your vitamin D, and so you don't totally fry in the sun, a cap may be just exactly what you need to add to your wardrobe to keep you well shielded, like some foliage for tank dust.
And you have new things coming up to. I'll probably end up thinking of ideas. I always do.
Well, you're forever thinking while I'm creating.
I know. I can't help it. That's how I am.
The
with me.
Energizer Bunny.
It's an always going
Yes.
kind of thing. That's how I've.
No, it's not a
always
bad thing. That's a great thing.
It's exhausting, but I mean, this is how I've been all my life. You know what I mean? It's always like the next thing. That's why I was able to travel as much as I did, because while I was, traveling to one spot, I was already thinking about on the way back home where I was going for my next vacation.
Love to do that myself.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully one day I
Well,
can
you
do
have
that.
to let things calm down. I wouldn't fly anywhere. The only way I
Yeah.
would fly is
There's
if I
just a
flap,
lot going on
if
right
I
now.
flap my arms
Yeah,
and whatever.
That's it. Well, I wouldn't even do that right now too.
Right? You know, I mean, it's one of those things that it just, I don't know. It's a very uneasy time for everybody, I think.
Hopefully
Or
we'll
maybe
get
just
back
for
to.
me.
Hopefully we'll get back.
We
to,
are going to get back to it, because I'll tell you, God's pissed. He's going to be like, enough, you people. Really. You know what I mean? Too much that is given, much is expected. I hear that all the time. And, they're not doing good. So, I mean, we ain't rolling backwards. I'm tired of it.
No,
I'm just
we're
so
not
tired
going
of
back.
it.
We ain't going
Shit's
back.
sakes, I grew up, I hated for the fact that, being a girl back in the day for me was horrendous, because I knew sports and how you were ridiculed and stuff like that. Let's not go backwards. It pisses me off. That women are nothing. We it just
I
pisses me
saw
off.
that. Just reminded me. I don't know if you saw this.
Sorry, I don't
was-
mean to be, but I am. That's the kind of person
I was baffled by this post.
yeah.
It was this
It's great
video.
to be
it
a
was- it was-
man.
well,
Fuck.
I was.
Screw you.
I was I saw this video recently where I think it was even like, I don't know if it was an official college page or a school page, but it's kids at a school who played sports. There was
Yeah.
a girl volleyball player and a boy volleyball player.
Yeah.
And the girl was playing volleyball because she's on the team at her school, and then she's hitting it over the net, and then here comes the guy player to hip check her out of the way, and it cuts to her standing in a kitchen. I was like,
Oh, Lord. See what I mean?
oh my god.
Yeah, that shit pisses
No,
me off
thank
to
you.
no end.
No,
I'm not
thanks.
not going
No.
backward, barefoot in the kitchen. There may be some women out there that are very weak-minded, that don't mind that that's what their outcome is. I'm not that person. I want the same opportunity as any guy.
Yeah.
It's like, so and so this and so that. Look, all my life, I had to play against guys. Nobody was worrying about me. They ended up worrying about the guy. My mother used to get phone calls. Oh, I'm afraid, she's going to hurt
Hey,
somebody.
your daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
And my son.
Sorry, my son got a bloody nose. Well, don't be a jerk. So I had to compete at a level, there were no girls around the neighborhood that liked what I liked, which was sports. I would go from being in the field playing sports with all the guys who were much older than I was, or go play ice hockey on the pond down the street with guys who were much older than I was and could give two craps that I was a girl. You got nailed. I got popped. They didn't go, oh, there's dainty little Missy, and then they'd pop me, and then I'd I would never forget at the pond. This guy checked me. I had an open shot to the goal.
Yes.
And he came flying in from one of the sides and checked me about, I'll say 6 feet, 7 feet in the air. And then I probably slid it on the 20, you know what I mean, on the ice.
Yes.
And he was laughing like that I went flying, right?
Yes.
So I get up, my little pipsqueak, me and they had the hockey skates. I had the white figure skates. I flew across that pond, and with all my might, I nailed him when he wasn't ready. And every single one of those guys on that ice cheered for me
Yeah.
because he was such a jerk for doing that. Not that he didn't. He was trying to prove a point,
Right.
like you
To
don't deserve to be out here,
Right.
little missy, and that just
You
wasn't
showed
the truth.
that in seconds.
and I was faster than he was, and I could handle the puck better than he could. He was jealous, so the only way he could go about it was to try to hurt me, and I turned that back around. I've been dealing with that crap all my life. I said every decade is another decade of that bullshit crap. And I'll be damned if all these little girls that are growing up, well, I'm glad for these college athletes, these pro athletes. I think it's wonderful what they've been able to do. But I'll be damned to see anybody who's having a little girl, you know what I mean, to say that they're less than
Sickening.
when that's what the shit that I had to deal with. And it's like, no freaking way.
Yeah.
Not going
Back
back
up.
there. I don't care. Anywho, I'll get off my stump now. Maybe I'll go into politics. I'll run for something. Wouldn't that be good? It would
be a way to get your voice out and fight for change.
I am like the Jasmine Crockett. Love her. She's fantastic.
Yes,
How she speaks her mind, a little bit of swear, a little cuss in there.
Well, she tells it like it is.
And that's me.
She tells it exactly how it is.
And that's me.
There's no sugarcoating, no
And
dancing around it, no tiptoeing.
That would be me.
No nothing.
Yeah, I'm not going to get to the microphone and be like, well, no, this is going to be an F-bomb. If I'm really pissed off, I'm going to tell you I'm really pissed off. And
Yeah.
while I am really pissed off. And, I just think that things have got to change. Those that want to go to Mars should get on that rocket ship and head there now.
Go ahead.
Just get off the rocket ship and take a big, huge breath, and see if they can survive.
Oh, we forgot the air domes.
Exactly.
Yikes.
You know what I mean? Let's clear up this own planet, and all the people that are still with the Palisades and the fire. Oh my God, the people. I'm such an empath that I could think.
And now Florida was on fire.
Florida was on fire.
Jeez Louise.
If we had, remember we were walking yesterday,
and there was a guy who was burning stuff in the backyard.
Stuff in the backyard, and I'm like,
and the house next door just had their roof done.
Just had the roof done, and I'm like,
one ember.
I'm
would be
thinking to
all
myself,
that it takes.
and it was windy. Yeah. Not as windy as today.
No.
Today was brutal, but there was a little wind, and he had quite a good fire going, and I'm like, geez, Louise, don't people.
And no.
You used to be able to burn in your backyard, but he was too close to that next yard to be doing
The
it.
last time someone tried doing that right down our street, there was a huge fire. We
Yeah.
could see it from our yard.
Yeah, it went like straight up. Remember?
I
Went up the
remember
big
that.
tall trees. Gotta watch that stuff,
Don't mess with Mother Nature.
No,
Ever.
she's got menopause.
She will win.
And she'll
She will win.
yeah. Oh, all the time.
Every time.
Yeah, every time. No matter what. You just gotta be careful.
Be smart, be responsible, be careful.
Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. To get off the TV. Don't listen to the bullshit.
Read a book, watch a movie.
Yeah. Go back to the old stuff, like, go back to an old movie or, what happened to comedies? That's what I said to you. Comedies, disappeared.
No. If anything, if anything, sad, but it's the truth of the matter, horror stuff has come to the forefront. Well, comedy's taking the backseat.
Life isn't a
Yeah,
horror.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's like, well, geez, Louis, I
We need a good laugh, just simple, jolly times.
Yeah, maybe I got to get back up on the stage.
Yeah,
That
you
and
should.
and there again too with all guys, right?
And you handle your own
Everybody got to
every
be
time.
talking about their peckers.
You know, I remember, speaking of which, I've will never forget this. I don't know who that guy is. Clearly, he's gone on to be a nobody. But I remember, this is some years ago now, when I was still in college, we had gone to Bridgeport for one of your comedy routines at the Laugh Factor.
Stress Factor.
Stress Factor, yeah. And out of all people, here I am. I'm sitting in towards the back of the audience at all the tables, and somehow I'm the one who gets called out by one of the comedians who's doing his act on stage, and he's like, "Are you there?" Yes. He's like, "Now, what exactly does a young man of your age do?" "I'm a graphic designer." "Oh, so you're never gonna get a job?" Oh!
Well, they're not funny.
But it's like,
See, but I never did. You.
hi, I have my own business.
Yeah, but it's one of those things you can't go by that douche.
No, I don't look at that as a defeatist moment. I look at it like, really? That's
Did
pathetic.
I ever pick on anybody in
No.
all the sets that you watch
No,
me do?
you
Never.
talk to
I
people
would
in the
talk to
audience,
people.
but you don't make fun of them.
No, why would you want to make fun
You're
of
there
somebody?
to laugh, not to be
Yeah.
brutalized.
Because sometimes people are just hilarious. And I need to laugh while I'm on stage. That's hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you just have a conversation. You know what I mean? And you get a heckler and you know.
Always
you just
one.
deal with that.
Always one.
Yeah, you just deal with that.
Whether it be on
But I don't-
stage or if we're doing a live event.
Yeah, you know, I don't go. I would never go to heckle the crowd.
No.
There's enough about life to laugh about than
There's
there is.
plenty to laugh
You know what
about.
I mean? Than to be picking on somebody who came to a comedy show.
Yeah, no.
That's not funny.
Plus, you're there, like I said, you're there to have a good time, not to be like harassed and
No.
by someone on the stage. And
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
that's because they have nothing, no other.
so let me just put someone else down to make
Exact-
myself feel better.
It's exactly
it's like
what it
typical
is.
school bully.
Isn't that, you know, that's kind of how social media sometimes becomes. But you know, I go right after the whatchamacallit, the little trolls, the troll holes, I call them. You know, they come after you and they think they're going to be a wise ass.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, I call them right out. Screw them. Somebody behind their keyboard that hasn't been done shit for the last however. You're going to come after me? Are you for real? Not going to work. Nor will it end well. Anywho, I'm looking really forward to next month.
I am too.
To the things that are coming forward for you
And for you.
and for me as well. And we'll be getting back into Hoop Scoops.
Hooray.
Because I got a lot of things to discuss, but I have a lot of things to demolish first.
Yeah.
to
A lot
get
of
that
a lot
done.
of things we have to tear down.
Yeah. So I got a lot
We
of
should
things.
have our own
That's the
home
reason why-
renovation show next.
For sure. You know, I should be totally stress free by next month. Once I knock all that stuff
this is why I don't bother taking her to like one of those stress rooms where she
Oh,
can
yeah, I don't
break
need
stuff
to.
because she has old, like practically falling apart things around the house that is like, oh, let me.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I mean falling apart, it's quite literally falling apart.
Oh my God!
You know,
No,
I don't want people to think you just go around the
my-
house smashing.
No,
things.
my father, he got
50
God rest
screws
his-
and one plank
Oh
of
my
wood
God, he's
to
laughing.
make a shelf.
He's laughing
to
in
make
heaven.
a shelf.
It's like, what the frig? You know, when the shells are connected with shells and there's all these surprises, and you know damn well he's laughing.
Oh yeah,
He's
I
saying,
remember that.
yeah, he's going, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
You know, because did we really need 50 screws in this one spot? I mean, he really made sure things were going to stick to stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
there's
Holy crap.
it's like
But-
duct tape
oh
and
my
glue
God.
and
But what else is, and then we'll wrap it up. Anything else that you want to touch base with? Like, I'm on all social medias as Lisa DECT. I don't have, I don't go on for the, but you're more frequently on with lives and content
Yes.
that people could catch.
You could find me over on plenty of my socials. I do have a Facebook, but I don't really use it. I primarily use things like Instagram, where you can find me over there at Spencer_Long. I'm especially on TikTok. TikTok is my big platform.
For now.
For now, yeah.
Until it goes
And
bye-bye.
you can find me there at Spencer Long. Same thing at LinkedIn, Spencer Long. And my YouTube as well, which is Spencer Long VA, so, as in voice actor. And all of those platforms you can find me, see what kinds of things I'm up to, things I've done, and stay in the loop. And as I mentioned before, all merchandise is available at my Etsy store.
Please
That's
check it out.
etsy.com/shop/Tanks_Terrific_Threads. TANKS_TRIFFIC_THREADS. And you could also see me visit my website and whatnot at www.spencerlong.com. Go check it out.
And check him out in the parade. I can't wait.
And the parade in May.
We'll have
End of
Graham
May.
later. But
the
it should,
Queensway.
it should be fun. But we'll be back next month working on the grays, and hope you stay safe, stay calm. Calmness.
Take good care of yourself.
Calmness. This too shall pass, as
Great.
they say. And we shall see you next month. Adios.
Bye.
He yawned.
Oh.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care of yourselves and each other.
Always. Bye.